program to bring you the Courage the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I always wanted to say that. So it's currently October, which of course we know is the spooky month. But did you also know that October is actually Cartoon Network's anniversary month? So of course, to celebrate these two aspects of this month together, why not pick one of my favorite spooky shows from Cartoon Network to celebrate their anniversary month? So of course, that's Courage the Cowardly Dog. To those new to my videos, I always start the video off by modeling the characters myself. I know I could probably find models of them online, or maybe like somebody that already did it, but at the end of the day, I feel like when I create a diorama, I like to make sure that I make everything myself. That way, it truly feels like I did the whole work of art. So of course I start off with Courage, you know, because the show's named after him, and at the end of the day, I just love this character. He's so full of life, he's scared all the time, but yet he stays. Like, he could try to somehow get Muriel and Eustace out of this house, but at the end of the day, he stays, even though all this crazy stuff is happening. After modeling Courage, I started working on Eustace. I know a lot of you guys are like, why didn't you do Muriel next? And the thing is, if I'm being honest, Eustace is probably the easiest character out of the three that I modeled, because at the end of the day, this man is so angular, so polygonal, so PS1 graphics, that he was just so simple, and like, I think it only took me like 30 minutes to model him. Moving on from him, I ended up modeling Muriel, who I love so much. She's actually one of my favorite characters in the show. She's like this grandmother character, just in case you've never seen the show, who always has your back, keeps your confidence up, always encouraging you to try new things, and to not be afraid, and to have courage, you know. Well guys, now that the models are done, we're gonna throw them onto our slicer. In this case, I'm using Chi2 Box. I'm gonna slice the models and add supports. That way when they print, they stay on the build plate and they don't end up stuck in my resin. We're gonna put our models to the side and we're gonna actually start working on the diorama itself. So I understand that some people actually want to try to make dioramas themselves, and I wanted to keep this one fairly simple. So I made sure these were actually products that you could easily find, like popsicle sticks, balsa wood, toothpicks, some craft foam, felt, and markers, paint, and paint brushes. Like, I feel like that stuff's fairly simple. There's probably some stuff in here that's not as common, but you can easily find them at like the dollar store or even Walmart or even just a craft store. I started off by taking my jumbo popsicle sticks and laying down the floorboards. I ended up painting them brown, that way they can look more like a hardwood floor. And after that, I took my balsa wood sheets, and I took 3 of them to be exact, and I made the walls. I cut out some holes for the door and the window, and then after that, from there, I was able to see the shape coming together. After that, I took another sheet of balsa wood, and I ended up shaping out the stairs. After that, I kind of glued some of the pieces into place, that way it would be a little easier for me to apply pieces where I need them to be, such as the pseudo wallpaper, because in this case it's not paper, it's felt. I took my piece of felt and I actually took 2 markers and I just kind of drew some dots on it and some little dashes to replicate the floral like rose pattern that they have on their wall. After all that, I ended up making all the like inner furniture. So for example, for Muriel's chair, I took a piece of balsa wood and I cut it into some smaller pieces and took a few toothpicks and I glued them together, and now I have a chair. All the other furniture was made in a similar way. Last but not least, I ended up making a curtain for the window out of some felt. I ended up kind of stitching that together, but you can easily get the same effect by using some glue and just holding it in place. So now, here's the completed diorama in full scale. I would like to thank everybody that took the time to watch this video, because at the end of the day, you didn't have to, and for all I know, you might be new here, and you're going like, I don't even know who this girl is, but this video is kind of cool. And if you're thinking that, yeah, like, hit the like button, but if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button, because I'm gonna try my best to do 2 of these every month. Like, I know all of you guys who are already subscribed have been waiting for a while, but I've actually been building a backlog because I want to make sure that I have multiple videos that can go up. So you can expect at least one a month, but I'm aiming for 2 a month. And if you do have some suggestions, like of cartoon characters or video game characters that you like, let me know, because I might just do another viewer request. So far, I've only done one, which is Octillery from Pokemon, but I do have another viewer request that's already in the works right now. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. But once again, guys, if you like the video, If you really like it, subscribe. And of course, remember to always stay spooky.